Welcome friends. In this video tutorial we will give introduction to CSS. So what you need to first learn or what you should already know for learning the CSS. Before we continue, you should have basic understanding of the HTML and XHTML. So what is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Styles define how to display HTML elements. Styles were added to HTML 4.0 to solve a problem. External style sheet can save a lot of work because sometimes we need repetitive style or consistent style for each page, which we can define using external style sheet. External style sheets are stored in separate file called .css file. HTML never intended to contain tags for formatting a document. HTML was intended to define the content of document like h1 tag and various types of tag. When tags like font and color attributes were added to the HTML 3.2 specification, it started a nightmare for web developers. Development of large websites where fonts and color information were added to every single page became a long and expensive process. To solve this problem, the World Wide Web Consortium created CSS. In HTML 4.0, all formatting could be removed from the HTML document and stored in separate file called .css file. So CSS saves a lot of work. CSS defines how HTML elements are to be displayed. Styles are normally saved in external .css file. External style sheet enable you to change the appearance and layout of all pages in website just by editing one single file. So this is all about introduction to CSS. Now in further videos we will see how to define CSS and various syntax of CSS. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video we will see how to define CSS and what is the syntax of CSS. So CSS rule has two main parts, a selector and one or more declaration. Figure shows the syntax of CSS and how to define CSS for particular element. Here selector is nothing but a HTML element or HTML tag. Every CSS style for particular element is surrounded by curly braces. So this is how we can define CSS. Now color is the property which we want to define for particular selector or tag. So we have to supply here various property which we want to set of tag. This is the second property which we want to set for particular tag. At the same time we have to pass the value to property prefixed with colon. So this is the syntax how we can give value to property, and after that we have to append a semicolon. So this is how we can give CSS for particular tag. Now let's see comments in CSS. Comments are used to explain your code and may help you when edit the source code at a later date. Comments are ignored by browser. A CSS comment begins with /* and ends with */. So this is how we can give comments in our CSS code. There are various types of CSS available. We can give internal CSS, external CSS and inline CSS. We will discuss more about this type of CSS in further videos. So this is about how to define CSS and how to give comments and various types of CSS. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video we will see various types of style sheets. We can insert style in our document by various ways. There are mainly three ways by which we can insert CSS in our HTML document. First is the externally, internally and inline. So let's see first inline. To define inline style sheet, we have to pass style at the time of writing HTML tag. So here we have created h1 tag. Now I want to set inline style sheet for this h1 tag. So write first style is equal to, in double quote, we have to write here property or a declaration. I want to set color to red, give semicolon, and I want to also set font size, so give font size colon and give size which you want to set. I want to set to 30, so give 30. So this is the syntax to give inline style sheet. Now let's run this document. We can see the style for particular tag is set. So this is where how we can give inline style sheet. Now let's quickly discuss internal style sheet. So to give internal style sheet, we have to write style tag. We have to write style tag in anywhere in body. In between style tag, we have to define style. I want to set property of h1 tag. So write h1 as a selector. In curly braces, I want to give color is equal to red and size is equal to 30, same as inline. So I am pasting this code or property in h1 tag. Now I am removing inline style sheet. I am also defining style for p, which is paragraph, and color is equal to green. Font size to 15. Save this and let's run. So we can see how the property is set to various tags and elements. H1 is set to red color and P tags are set to green color and size of this tag are set. So this is internal style sheet which we can define using style tag in head. Now let's see external style sheet. For creating external style sheet, we need extra file. So open the notepad. I am just cutting the style code and pasting it to the extra file and save this file with .css extension. I am giving style.css. Now to access this file into our document, I have to link this CSS file with our HTML document. So link tag is used. Now I have to pass relation is equal to style sheet and href is equal to path of the CSS file. Here it is style.css and complete link tag. Now let's see what happens. We can see nothing is changed because we have already defined the style in external file. Now let's change color is equal to blue in external file and reload. We can see color is automatically changed. When there is a multiple page which you want to give same style or same effect to all these page, then we can use external style sheet. So this is about various types of style sheet. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial, we will learn about ID and classes. So let's see first ID. ID is a selector which is used to specify a style for single and unique element. The ID selector uses the ID attribute of HTML element and ID and style of ID defined with a hash. So let's define style for ID. Here we have created one HTML document which contains h1 element and text in h1 element and paragraph. We have given ID to h1 is equal to head. Now I want to define style for this head ID. So to define style for ID, we have to write first hash, after that head ID and curly braces. Now let's define style. I want to give color is equal to blue, text align is equal to center. Now let's run this document. We have used internal style sheet, and now onwards in every example we will use internal style sheet. So let's run. We can see h1 tag contains the text in blue color, and paragraph have no effect because we have only applied style to head tag, which have id is equal to head. So id selector is used to give a style for particular one element which contains appropriate id. So no other element will be affected, only id which contains head id only will be affected with this style. Now let's see class. Class selector is used to specify a style for a group of elements. Unlike the ID selector, the class selector is most often used on several elements. This allows you to set a particular style for many HTML elements with the same class. The class selector uses HTML class attribute and it is defined with a dot operator. So let's define a class. As I have told, dot operator is used. After dot operator, we have to write a class name. I am giving pair class name, and in curly braces I have to define the declaration of this particular class, and I am giving style here color to red, font size to 15. After declaring class, at a time of creation of tag, I have to write class attribute, and I have to specify class from which class I want to apply my style to this particular tag. I want to use paragraph class, which is a pair, and so this paragraph will now contain the style of this paragraph class. So let's see what will be the effect. Reload the document. We can see the color is changed and style which is defined in class is set. So this is about class and id, how we can set and how we can use id in class selector for our styling purpose. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this tutorial we will learn how to set various background properties. So we are utilizing same HTML code which we have created in previous tutorial. So we have created one h1 tag and one p tag, and we have defined class, paragraph, and we have also used body selector. So now to set image background image property is used. It accepts image URL, and we have to load that image URL using URL, and in braces we have to pass image path. Our image is stored in same folder where our HTML document is located, so we are writing just image name and with its extension JPEG and write semicolon. We can also set whether we want to repeat our background image or not. So I want to repeat my background image, so give background repeat. I want to repeat my image horizontally, so give repeat X. If you want to repeat vertically, then you can give repeat Y, and if you don't want to repeat, then you can use repeat no. Now we can also set background color of various elements or any background body. I want to set color of paragraph class, so background color property is used. I want to set background color is equal to, here you can also supply hash code, which is code for color, and it is defined by hash and RGB values. Now let's see what is the effect of these background properties. We can see the background of body is set to image and it is also repeated horizontally. We can see this part is repeated, and background color of paragraph is also set, which is set in class. So this is how we can use background properties. We can set background position also. If you want to set this image to particular area, if I want to set image in right corner, then I can set using the background position property. So this way we can use background property. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial we will see how to give style to text. So for giving various style to text, text property is used. There are main 5 properties of text. First is the color, second is the text alignment, third is the text decoration, fourth is the text transform, and last one is text indent. So let's see one by one each property. We have used same HTML document which we have used in previous video tutorial. So here is the one h1 tag and one p tag, which is paragraph tag. We have created 3 selector. One is the body, another is the class paragraph, and third one is the h1 selector. So I want to first give style to h1 tag. I want to set color of h1 tag. So color property is used. So I will write color. I will set color using hex code. So this is the hex code for red color. Now I want to set h1 tag in center of the window. So text alignment is used. So to set h1 tag in center, text align, and we have to pass here value. It contains 3 values. One is the right, justify, and center. I want to set center of the window, so give center value. Now text decoration. If we want to give decoration to text like overline or on the text, underline, strike through, or blink, so this can be given using the text decoration. So I want to set text decoration for paragraph. So text decoration and pass the value like underline or overline. I want to give overline for the paragraph, so I am passing overline value. Now we can also specify transform of the text, like if you want to display text in uppercase or lowercase, so it can be done using the text transform. I want to set text transform to uppercase, so give uppercase value. And last is the text indent. I want to set text indent by 3 pixel. We can set text indentation by text indent property, 30 pixel value. Now let's see what happens and what style is applied to our document. So we can see the h1 tag now contains red color and it is in center of the window. So we have set text alignment and text color property, and see here 30 pixel space is indented for this paragraph starting, and the transform of the text is in uppercase. All the text is in uppercase, and we have also decorated text by overline, so overline is displayed. So this is how we can use text style property for decorating our text. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial we will learn how to give style to our font or text font. We will use similar document which we have used in previous tutorial. So font property contains different font styles, like we can give font family to our font style. In style we can give italic, oblique, or normal. We can set also font size. We can set also font weight, by which we can set bold, bolder, lighter, or any value to font. So let's see. So I want to set font family of h1 tag. So write font family and give value to font family. Now font size also can be set. We can set font size by giving value, giving pixel value and giving emphasize value. So I want to give font size value in pixel. I want to give to 30 pixel to font size. Now if you want to give font style, like if you want to give italic, oblique or normal, then you can give by using the font style. So I want to give italic style. We can also give font weight. So in paragraph I want to give font weight to bolder. So to give bolder, write font hyphen weight and write bolder. Here we can pass value also to font weight from 100 to 900, and we can pass bold, bolder, lighter, these three value and value from 100 to 900. So let's see effect of this font style in our h1 tag and paragraph tag. We can see the font family of h1 is set to the value which we have given to font family, and the font weight of paragraph is bolder and it is in italic style. Now let's set font size property of paragraph, font size to 40 pixel, and let's see what happens. We can see size of paragraph is increased by 40 pixel. So this is how we can decorate or set various font style property. So this is about font styling. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial we will learn how to give style to link. Links can style with CSS properties like color, font family, font style, background color and other property. But special to links are that they can be styled differently on what state they are in. So let's see various states of link. First state is normal state, which is unvisited. Second state is visited. When we click on the link and that link is visited, so that link will be in visited state. Now another state is overtag, means when we over the mouse on the link, then that state will be over state of link. And active links, when we click on the links, then that link will be in active state. So let's see how to style this state using CSS. So first we will style simple link, which is unvisited link. So this is the syntax for giving style to link. I want to give blue color to unvisited link. So write color is equal to blue. So this is the simple CSS style property. Now I want to give, when link is visited, give color to green. When mouse is over on the link, I want to set background color and color of the text to different color, which is in visited or in unvisited. So H over is used to give this effect. I want to set color is equal to pink, background color to black. So when we over the mouse, it will be affected. And last is the active. When link becomes active, this effect will be applied. So I want to set color is equal to yellow. We can also set size of the link dynamically. So I want to set font size is equal to 30 pixel. Now let's run what happens. We have given one link which is linked to styling font.html. So let's run. We can see one link is created which is in blue color. Now we over the mouse on the link. So the background color is set to black and color of the link text is in pink. Now let's click on the link. What happens? The page is redirected to stylingfont.html page. Now when we back to this page, the color of link is changed because it is visited state. So it is in green color. So when we over the mouse, we can see background and color property of link is changed because we have set its property and link states. So this is how we can format link based on its state. So this is about styling of link. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this tutorial we will learn how to set various border to elements. So CSS borders are used to provide a borders or set border to various HTML elements. So in this example we will set border of paragraph. There are various styles of border. We can set border style which contains several values that we will see in this video, border width and border color. So let's see one by one each property. First we will see border style property. Border style property contains some value. For example, if you want to set border style to dotted, then border style and dotted value we have to pass. So this will set border which is dotted in paragraph tag. Now I want to set border width to 10 pixel. We can also set border color using border color property. I want to set border color green. So this is the main three properties. So let's save and see what is the effect. Before running, let's set size of font of paragraph 30 pixel. Now let's run. We can see the border style is dotted and the color of border is to green. We can also see the size of the paragraph text is a 30 pixel. We have given border width to 10 pixel. So the width of border will be 10 pixel. Now let's change the border width to 15 pixel. Reload. We can see the border width is increased and the border size is increased to 15 pixel. So this way how we can set various border style property. We can also set border style property of particular side. If you want to set top border style to green color, bottom to other border style, so these we can also set using border style property at a same time. So now I want to set border style of top to dotted, right to dash, bottom to groove and left to ridge. So this way you can top, right, bottom and left. We can give style of border at the same time using this syntax. Now let's run. We can see the border style is now changed. Top contains dotted, left contains dash, bottom contains groove and left contains ridge. This is about borders. Different style of borders are dotted, dashed, solid, double, groove, ridge, inset and outset. So this is the border style in border property. So this is about how to set various types of border of HTML elements. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial we will learn how to give style to tables. So we have created one table using the HTML table tag and it contains some data. So let's see first what will be the effect without giving any style. So let's run without giving style. So we can see that this table is created and which have no style in the table. So now let's give style to this table using CSS style and various table selector properties. So first let create table selector. In table we can use any CSS properties, like if you want to set border of the table, then we can use border. I want to set border width of 1 pixel. I want to give solid border and color of border to pink. We can also set border width and height property. If I want to create table of size which is equal to window size, then I have to give width to 100%. I want to set height is equal to 500 pixel. We can also set properties of td and th tag, which is table data and table header tag. So let's set table header properties and table data properties. First I want to set table data properties. Background color is equal to yellow and color of text to red. We can also set text align to table data. So text align property is used, which we have seen in previous videos. I want to set text align to right. Now let's set table header property. Background color to red and color is equal to white. So we have set various property of table header, table data and table. So let's run and see what will be the effect of this table. So we are reloading just page. We can see the height of table is changed. So the border of table is size of 1 pixel, which is very thin, and table header contains background color as red and text color is white. Table data contains background color of yellow and text data to red, and table border is of pink color. And the size of the table is 100% and height of the table is 500 pixel. Now let's make changes in this table. I am going to give 5 pixel to border. I am giving width is equal to 150 pixel. Now let's run. We can see the size of the table is changed to 150 pixel and the border width is now 5 pixel. So this way how we can format the tables and give effects to the table. So this is about table styling. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this tutorial we will see how to give style to various types of list. So there are two types of list in HTML. First is the order list and another is the unordered list. So we will set various properties of list. So we have created 4 lists, 2 of unordered list, which is this, and 2 of order list, and we have given each list class. So we will define class selector in the style. So we will define class A, class B and class C and class D. So let's define class in the style. Class A and class B are of UL, which is unordered. So write ul.a and ul.b, and in between this class I will define style for these classes. Every unordered list contain markers. So to set marker, list style type property is used. So in this property we have to supply type of style. Suppose I want to give style to circle, then I have to pass circle, or if you want to pass square, then you have to pass here square. If you want to set square, then you can give value to square here. So this will set circle as a marker. Let's define class of order list, which is C and D. We cannot give markers in order list, so we have to pass list style type to. If we want to give upper Roman, then I have to pass upper Roman, and lower alpha, then I can use same property for this purpose, but I have to change the value according to my requirement. So I want to display this list in lower alpha. First set this list b's property to square. Now let's see what happens to the list. We can see first list contain circle as a marker, and second list, which is unordered list, contain square as a marker, and same as the order list contains upper Roman and lower alpha. Now we can also set the image for these markers using the list style image property. So now let's set this list style image property. List style image, and we have to use URL, and in URL we have to pass the path of the image where our image is stored. My image is bool.gif. Save and let's check. We can see the image is set in order list because we have set the image in the order list here. So this way how we can style the list. We can also give color and use various CSS properties in formatting the list. So this is about list and how to format this list using CSS style. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial, we will learn how to set outline to our HTML elements. So let's first introduce to outline. An outline is the line that is drawn around elements and outside the borders to make the element stand out. However, the outline property is different from the border property. The outline is not a part of an element's dimension. The element's total width and height is not affected by the width of the outline. So this is about outline. Now let's see the various property of the outline. Outline contains outline width property. To set the width of the outline, it contains three values: thin, medium and thick. So let's set the first outline property of paragraph. Outline width to medium. We can also set outline style like border style. Outline style contains also 8 values, which is dotted, dash, solid, double, groove, reach, inset and outset. I want to set dash, and we can also set outline color. Color using outline color property. I want to set outline color to red, and I want to set font size. Let's see what is the effect of outline. We can see the outline of the element is set to red. We cannot differentiate between border and outline at a first look. There is a slight difference between border and outline. So we have set dashed outline style and the size of the outline width to medium. We can also set thin and thick. So this is about outline and how to set outline of various HTML elements. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial, we will learn how to set margin of elements and outside the elements. So what is a margin and what does margin do? Margin clears an area around the element. The margin doesn't have a background color and it is a completely transparent. Top, right, bottom and left margin can be changed independently using separate properties. A shorthand margin property can also be used to change all margin at once. So let's see the margin property. So let's see margin property. I want to set margin of heading, and let's set margin property independently. So margin top is used to set top margin of a element. I want to set it to 50 pixel. Margin left is equal to pixel. Now let's set margin property of element at a once using shorthand margin property. So just write margin and write top margin first. I want to set top margin is equal to 16 pixel. Right margin is equal to 90 pixel. Bottom margin is equal to 120 pixel, and left margin is equal to 19 pixel. So we have set margin of element. Now let's see effect of margin. We can see this is the heading which have margin left is equal to 60 pixel and margin top is equal to 50 pixel. Same as paragraph contains margin left greater than head tag, which is 90 pixel. So it is the space outside of the paragraph element is greater than header element. So this way we can set margin of various element using the margin property of CSS. So this is about margin and how to set margin property. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial we will learn about paddings, how to add paddings to element. First let's see what is the padding. The CSS padding properties define the space between element border and element content. The padding clears an area around the content of an element inside the border. The padding is affected by the background color of element. The top, right, bottom and left padding can be changed independently using separate properties like we have done in margin property. A shorthand padding property can also be used to change all padding at once. That also we have seen in margin properties. So let's see how to add padding. So we have created one HTML document and in which we have write two elements. One is the H1 and second is the paragraph. And we have also create selector in style. So let's define padding for paragraph. We will not define padding for heading tag. So we can see what will be the effect of padding. We are defining padding with using shorthand property. So write padding. To give top padding, first write top padding in padding property. So I want to give top padding is equal to 15 pixel. Right padding is equal to 20 pixel. Bottom padding is equal to 5 pixel. And left padding is equal to 30 pixel. So let's see what happens after giving this padding. We can see paragraph contains padding left, top, bottom and right. Now let's change the padding value. I am changing padding top value to 60 and left value to 50 and reload. We can see top padding is changed and left padding is also changed. So likewise we can change and set padding properties. If you want to set padding property of heading tag, then we can also set, and we can also use independently padding property using padding top is equal to 60 pixel. Similarly we can use padding right, padding bottom and padding left property. So this will set padding top property of heading. So we can see padding is added at the top of heading. So this is about padding, how to add padding into our element inside the border. So we can set padding using padding property of CSS. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video we will utilize concept of display properties. The display properties specify how an element is displayed and the visibility property specify if an element should be visible or hidden. Hiding an element can be done by setting the display property to none or the visibility property to hidden. However, notice that these two methods produce the different results. Visibility is equal to hidden hides an element, but it will still take up the same space as before. The element will be hidden but still affect the layout. And display is equal to none hide an element and it will not take up any space. The element will be hidden and the page will be displayed as if the element is not there. So let's see this display and visibility property. We have seen difference between display and visibility property. We can set visibility property to hidden to hide an element and display property to none to hide an element. So let's first hide the element h2 using the visibility property to hidden, and let's run. We can see h2 element is hidden, which is set by visibility is equal to hidden. Now we will set using the display is equal to none. So write display none and let's run. Reload the page. We can see the h2 element is still hidden, but the space which take up by the h2 is not take up when we set display is equal to none. So this is the way we can hide the element and show the element by setting display and visibility property. If you want to display the element, then we can set display hidden. So now h2 element will be displayed. We can see h2 element is displayed when we set display is equal to hidden. So this is the way we can set display and visibility property to hide and display the element. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial we will learn about positioning. The CSS positioning properties allow you to position an element. It can also place an element behind another and specify what should happen when element's content is too big. Element can be positioned using the top, bottom, left and right properties. However, this property will not work unless the position property is set first. They also work differently depending on the positioning method. So there are main four positioning methods. First is the static, second is the fixed positioning, third is the relative positioning and fourth one is the absolute positioning. So let's see first fixed positioning. An element with a fixed position is positioned relative to browser window. It will not move even if window is scrolled. So let's see first fixed positioning. We have created one h1 tag and number of p tag which contain some ordinary data. And we have also created one p tag which contains class CSS class fixed, and we will define positioning in this fixed class. To set the fixed positioning, first write position is equal to fixed, means we are setting fixed position. Now define top position of element. I want to place this fixed element at 30 pixel away from top and 15 pixel away from right window. Now let's see what happens. Now when I scroll, the fixed element will be fixed as it is. It will not affect or it will not scroll down because it is fixed to its position. So this is the effect of fixed positioning. Now let's see another relative. A relative position element is a position relative to its normal position. So I have set right to 35 pixel. Now let's see what is the effect of relative position. We can see the text is 35 pixel is cutted from the left window. So this is the effect of relative positioning. We can position the text where it is located to its relative position, and we can also set minus values. If I supply here minus, then text will be positioned according to that right position. Now let's see absolute positioning. I have set position to absolute and I am giving top 300 pixel and right 35 pixel. I am writing head tag below paragraph tag. Let's run. We can see paragraph tag is below the head tag, although we have written paragraph tag first. So this is the effect of absolute position, where we can give absolute position to our element. So this is all about positioning in CSS. We can set various position according to our requirement. So this is about positioning in CSS. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial we will learn about CSS plotting. With CSS plot, an element can be pushed to the left or right, allowing other element to wrap around it. Elements are plotted horizontally. This means that an element can only be plotted left or right, not up or down. The elements after the float element will flow around it. The elements before floating element will not be affected. So this is the basic terms about floating. Now let's create a document which uses this floating. We have created two paragraphs. Now I will add image into this paragraph using image tag. Give src is equal to source of your image. My image name is fl.png. Complete the image tag. Now I want to float this image around text and to the right side. So write float and give value right. Now let's run and see what is the effect. We can see the image is plotted to the right side of the window and near the text of paragraph. Although we have written the image in the paragraph tag, so image is not displayed before the paragraph but beside the paragraph and plotted toward the right side of the window. So this is the use of plotting in CSS. We can also give floating to the right, top or bottom but not vertically. We can only give floating to a horizontally. So this is about floating. Thank you. Welcome friends. In this video tutorial we will learn about CSS aligning. We have already seen the text align in text property in previous examples. So in this tutorial we will see text align property as well as aligning using the margin property. So a block element is an element that takes up the full width available and has a line break before and after it. Example of block elements are h1 tag, paragraph tag and div tag. So these tags add break line before and after it. So now let's see the text align property. I am setting paragraphs text align property to center. So this paragraph will be displayed in the center using text align. Now I want to set the text alignment to center using margin property. So I have created one CSS class and I will set margin left to auto. Similarly margin right to auto. I will give width is equal to 50% and background color to pink. Save this document. I have selected CSS class center for this paragraph. So this will be displayed using the margin alignment. Now let's run this page. We can see the center aligning paragraph using the text align is this, and this is using the margin property of the CSS margin, and we have set center alignment using the margin property. So this is about alignment using the margin property. Thank you.